So thank you for being here with us this morning. We're super grateful that you're with us. I'm Sharon Hobbs, I'm the principal here. I'm realizing there are faces I don't know. 2 days ago was Olympic Day. It's amazing, this year is ending like that, which is why I say that, because usually Olympic Day is like a week before graduation. So 2 days ago, you all were running a school event, so thank you for that. Now, 2 days later, we get to celebrate all of the things that you have done this year, and for some of you across the years. And so I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Hall to recognize the students who have participated in drama.
Good morning. I'll keep it short and sweet. Many of this year's graduates have participated in elective drama or school theater production on stage or on the crew. In the last 2 years, this has included a lot of this group in front of me, creating a really strong group of stage managers and stage crew, as well as those who continued on the stage. They have, as a group, contributed greatly to school productions and to the classroom ensembles over the last 3 to 4 years. However, there are 3 students in the graduating class who have shown remarkable and consistent dedication to the drama program and to the art field. And these 3 students have grown in their skills and their knowledge and their leadership, and they have been absolutely invaluable to us. So, for outstanding dedication and contribution to the drama program, for your commitment and dedication, your participation in 6 or more shows and ensembles, your desire and efforts to learn and improve your skills, your teamwork, and the example you set for others, and for your contribution to Lincoln Theater, we recognize Ken Hockey, Alice Woods,
In 2007, the Friends of the Lincoln Library decided to give an annual award to honor a dedicated love of literature and the written word by a graduating senior at Lincoln Sudbury High School, an 8th grade student from Hanscom, and an 8th grade graduate of the Lincoln School. We asked each faculty to choose the honoree based on the student's academic achievements and/or extracurricular participation in such activities as the literary magazine, poetry contests, journalism, or community service projects that spread the enjoyment of reading and writing to others. Hetty Kent served as the children's librarian at the Lincoln Public Library from 1955 until 1983, 28 years. She introduced many children to a love of literature, probably some of your parents. When she retired, Hetty spent the next 26 years running the children's portion of the Friends Monthly Book Sale, continuing to help people find their perfect book. When Hetty passed away in 2009, we changed the name of the Love of Literature Award to the Hetty Kent Love of Literature Award. The recipient of the 2009 Hetty Kent Award is an industrious student who shows exceptional talent in reading and writing. As a reflective and critical thinker, this student consistently engages others in civil discourse, drawing upon evidence and analysis to support ideas with poise and sensitivity. As a writer, the talent spans multiple genres, from argument to narrative, from poetry to prose. This person consistently chooses challenging texts for independent reading assignments and demonstrates an insightful lens through which literature is critiqued. Beyond the English classroom, this student consistently applies reading and writing strategies that result in meticulous work, no matter the subject. That is why we are pleased to recognize Allison Weber as this year's
everyone. My name is Mr. Burke. I am your sons and daughters middle school wellness teacher here at Lincoln. During the course of this year, your sons and daughters participated in a Superstars fitness testing. This fitness test, it has a variety of fitness events, and everything is based on score points from 1 to 10. The more points you can accumulate is based on your performance. The following events were participated in: sit-ups in 1 minute, pull-ups, flexed arm hang, shuttle run, sit and reach, mile run, 50-yard dash, standing long jump, obstacle course, jump ropes in 1 minute, and balance board. The top 10 boys and girls Superstar sports are recognized for their physical fitness accomplishments. Students, when I call your name, please stand and be recognized when remain standing. Parents, friends, relatives, hold your thunderous applause till I read everyone's name. In 10th place, Sean Cullen. Stacy. In 10th place, Yao Chung. In 9th place, Javier Gaming. Oh, I'm sorry. 10th place, Callie Gill and Angelina Rivera Leo. In 9th place, Javier Damon. In 9th place, Yao Chung. In 8th place, Tamarat and Andy Craig. In 8th place, Ginger Perry. In 7th place, Aleko, Alec, and James Heaney. In 7th place, Ali Schwartz. In 6th place, Henry Darnell. In 6th place, Laura Johnson Shea. In 5th place, Gregory Salvucci. In 5th place, Sydney Williams and Allison Weber. In 4th place, Grayson Wells. In 4th place, Valerie Smirnoff. In 3rd place, Kyle Atwood. In 3rd place, we have a tie between Jane Marie Williams and Francesca Liu. In 2nd place, Patrick Blom. In 2nd place, Martina. In 1st place, with a score of 96 out of 100 points, Rocco Contos. In 1st place, with 90 out of 100 points, Madison St. Clair. To an 8th grade student who consistently came to class every day full of enthusiasm and self-motivation. These students displayed a positive attitude, were respectful to their peers, showed leadership and sportsmanship in all class activities, strived to achieve their personal goals in fitness testing, gave their best effort every class throughout the school year. This year's award recipients are Grayson Wells, the last award is the Sports Achievement Award. The Sports Achievement Award is a special award recognizing 8th grade students' accomplishments in our after-school athletic program since 1971. The names of these students that received this award are listed on a plaque just outside the auditorium. All 8th grade students that participated in at least 2 of the 3 after-school athletic sports seasons are eligible for this award. These sports include soccer, cross-country, field hockey, basketball, tennis, baseball, and softball. This award goes to the student athlete who best displayed leadership to the team, a high level of skill, a positive attitude and knowledge of the sport, sportsmanship and work ethic, and demonstrated a strong dedication to the team. This year's award recipients are Charles McLaughlin, and Francesca Lewis. I would like to invite Ms. Nam. Thank you.
Sam. I'm the faculty advisor for our annual school literary magazine called Lincoln Alive. And our magazine could not be possible without the artwork contributions made by these 8th graders. Poems, prose, photos, videos, and motivating other people to share their talent with the world, which is actually the toughest challenge of getting students to share their artwork, is overcoming their own shyness about sharing their work with others. So with that, I would like to give special thanks to the staff members, Owen Carr, Sarah Case, Julia Cullen, Hobby Damon, Henry Johnson Kramer, Isaiah Jones, Ali Emanuel, Ricardo Pinto, Val Smurdock, and Yao Zhang. I'd like to give a special shout out to Isaiah because he selflessly and generously donated his own free time and talents with camera to make other people's ideas come to life. So, thanks, Isaiah. Next are contributors. These are not staff members, but they gave us their artistic works to be included in Lincoln Alive. And special shout out to Mr. Cullen to always submitting amazing historical poem from his social studies class. I'd like to recognize Charlotte Volpoon, Allison Weber, Gregory Salvucci, Axel Carson, Alec Sarakian, Sidney Williams, Elijah Williams, and Ms. Harrison Paris. Thank you.
That's all right, I'll try to do both of them, see how it goes. Good morning, my name is Mark McDonough. I'm a technology teacher here at Lincoln School, and I'm also a virtual high school's site coordinator. This was our 12th year participating in VHS. As its name implies, Virtual High School is geared mainly toward high school students. They offer hundreds of online courses to thousands of high school students across the country and around the world. But VHS also allows some highly motivated and capable middle school students to take middle or high school level courses online. Through VHS, Lincoln School is able to expand the courses available to our students. Students take a VHS course because they want to challenge themselves by exploring a subject area that isn't typically offered in middle school, or by taking an enrichment course of a subject that is offered. These courses are in addition to and not in place of our students' regular courses here at Lincoln School. While taking an online course can be lots of fun, these courses are also demanding and rigorous. Students spend on average 3.5 hours a week on their VHS assignments and projects. In exchange for their effort, these students have gained not only the content knowledge of the course they took, but also valuable 21st century learning skills along with organizational and time management skills that will definitely help them as they move on to high school. For the 2018-2019 school year, we had 3 8th graders take up the challenge of not only taking, but excelling in 3 different online courses. Let's see if I can pull this closer. I had the pleasure of presenting the Achievement Awards to the following exceptional 8th grade students who took the following high school level courses. For Fundamentals of Screenwriting, Henry Johnson Kramer. For Algebra 2, this was a year-long course, Emily Appleby. For Science from Space, Cam Chase. And Cam also took another course, a high school course, Meteorology. I'd also like to recognize the following 8th graders who took a VHS course last year as 7th graders. Tambrolio, Aleka Buendia, Owen Carr, Cam Chase again, and Grayson Wells. Creo que al siguiente viene la señora Whitney para presentar los premios de español, ¿verdad?
It's been a great pleasure working with the 8th grade Spanish students in both 7th and 8th grade. I'm going to really miss you guys. For the National Spanish exam, the gold prize winners, Francesca Liu and Ali Schwartz. Silver, it's Martina Bartolotto, Henry Johnson Kramer, and Allison Weber. And for the bronze, we have Manandhar, Sasha McCarty, and Madison St. Clair. And for the honors, I'll mention, it's Cam Chase, David Christenfeld, Andrew Craig, Happy Damon, James Gainey, Isaiah Jones, and Dan Miller.
Good morning. I am here to present awards for the National French exam. In March and April for Spanish, students took part in these exams. The exams are a standardized assessment used by teachers and schools across the United States to assess proficiency and achievement of students taking a second language. Today we honor those students who have received national awards. Earning platinum. Owen Carr. A platinum winner is the highest award in the concours. This student earned the top score in the nation in his respective level and division. It is a perfect score on this exam. A platinum medal, a plaque for the student, a plaque for the school, and a national certificate. Earning gold, Neil Fernandez. When I call your name, can you please stand? Can Owen and Neil please stand? Why don't you stay standing? Earning silver, Sarah Campanella and Rocco Conto. Earning bronze, Benjamin Alperovich, Emily Appleton, from this class. This is all just one class. Oliver Anson, Adam Foley, Tamara Oglio, Alexander Sarakian, Callie Hill, Ginger Perry, Tessa Sodwick, Aristides Stefanis, Penelope Stefan Lynch, and Grayson Wells. Ms. Cannon Holden from the Horn Article Group. Good morning.
5 students this morning. I'd just like them to stand when I say your names, and then you can sit down and listen, okay? All right. Emily Appleby. Now I'm going to tell you why you're applauding. While I am going to recognize those 5 8th graders, this morning what I have to say, I really want to say to all of you, to each of you, whether you're in school or your parents. I like to say that democracy is a verb. It is an action word. It needs you to act. This group of students acted. They came up with an idea to ban the sale of e-cigarettes in Lincoln, and they learned how to do it. You 5 8th graders were curious about a citizen's petition, what it is, what it actually is, and learned how powerful it can be. You were surprised at what you could accomplish when you worked together, when you compromised, when you were creative. You learned that each of you has a different gift that you brought to this effort. You learned that to get to town meeting, you had to collect signatures of registered voters, meet several legal deadlines, and gain support from town committees. I can guarantee you that all that you learned this year will come in handy in your future, in school, at work, in public service, in your community. I invite the 7th graders to join me next year as we do this again. So to you 8th graders, you 5 who worked together and with me over this past year, I say stay engaged, ask questions, be kind, and seek justice. And above all, vote. Thank you very much.
I'm sure most of you know Sarah is just a gift to this town and to our school, in particular the 8th graders who she's worked with tirelessly over the last five years to come in pretty much once a week at lunch on Mondays to meet with those students. So obviously having the student input is crucial, but having Sarah's input is just instrumental. So thanks again, Sarah. Right, so I'm here to talk about community service. My name is Steve Cullen. I teach 8th grade social studies. And probably about 5 or 6 years ago, during President Obama's, when he first became president, he talked a lot about giving back to the community, civic engagement, community service. Governor Deval Patrick talked about the same thing when he was governor of Massachusetts. So kind of on that follow-up to that, we decided, let's make that a bigger part of the 8th grade, what we do in social studies. So it started off as asking every 8th grader to participate in at least 1 or 2 community service activities throughout the course of the year. Over the years, it's kind of morphed, and now I asked every 8th grader at the beginning to do at least 3 different things. And that was some of those different opportunities they were engaged in. Such things like the Codman Fair or the Scarecrow Classic or what have you. It wasn't easy. I know all of these 8th graders are very busy in their lives. Every one of them has soccer or lacrosse or basketball or music lessons or technology. They're really busy. So for them to give up their time to help others, I think it says a lot about them and about their parents. So I really appreciate and I'm very proud of the effort. Every single 8th grader here participated in at least 3 different activities throughout the course of the year. Some of them, it was a little last minute, last few days. I have a paper now, can I turn it in now? but that's okay. Better late than never. And every one of them really, I think some of them really got a lot out of it by helping other people. I was looking at Jay over here. We had some students that volunteered at the Perkins School. They had a prom that Jay and Val volunteered at to help to run this prom at the Perkins School. And what an incredible experience that was. So we had students that did so many really just different, unique, just different ways of helping people. I'm so proud of them. So if you participated in at least 3 community service events this year, please stand up. I know there were a bunch of you who did more than that. And I know there were also a bunch of you, as I'm thinking, Sarah talked about the civic engagement aspect of the Born Art group. We also had a bunch of students who participated in long-term events such as the South Sudanese Education Foundation. So that's a group that meets in Lincoln. Raise your hand if you participated in one or more meetings at the SSEF. Please stand up. Sorry, stand up if you participated in that. They meet Saturdays. Young people doing things for someone other than themselves. Again, that's just great. I know when they continue in high school, they'll continue that. I know there were other people who did a lot more. I mean, there were students who did more than 10. I'm looking at Emily for one in particular. At least 10 or more. I know Angelina. There's a bunch of people that are very giving people. Isaiah Jones is another one. Neelan. So these are some individuals that really just went above and beyond. So I'm so proud of them. So. We have a little video that I wanted to Mr. McDonough's going to show for us. This is one group, they did this, and they made a little video when they visited the Salvation Army. This is edited by Grayson. Edited by Grayson. All right, hit it. Great job. So we'll call Ms. Moody to talk about student council. Ms. Moody, is running? I thought I just saw Ms. Moody run. All right, I'll talk about student council. Okay, so student council. Student council, we had a very active student council. They were involved in many different activities throughout the course of the year. They met regularly with Ms. Moody and Ms. Davis. The 8th grade leaders for that were, if I just have them stand, Emily Appleby and Sasha McCarty. And Lauren Johnson said, as 8th graders, our 8th graders really step up, especially in student government, and they step up and they really have a big part of what happens in school, and they have a lot of input, so I'm really proud of the efforts that they made, and I know they worked very closely with Ms. Moody and Ms. Davis. So thanks again, ladies. So the music achievement, we'll have Ms. Shepherd come up, please. I just saw her. Okay, all right. All right, how about if we skip on and go to the Olympic captains? Can we do that? Right. I'm not going to do that. Why don't we call Ms. Smith to talk about Olympic captains then?
Good morning. I'm Mrs. Smith. I'm only one of the teachers, as you can see, who had the pleasure of working with
Olympic captains this year. And I say pleasure because it was. We spent, I think it was 6 lunches, meetings, so these guys took a lot of time out of their days to help out, guiding their team. Can we do the picture? There you guys are. All right, if you were a team captain, would you please stand up? And Mr. McDonough, there were also a few committees that were extra help. Wait, there's one more. We also did a scavenger hunt this year, so if you're on the scavenger hunt committee, please stand up. Mr. Colombo worked with you guys. Nope, there was more. We did music too. I think Alec had a big part in that. So stand up if you're on the music committee. Or unless Ms. Shepherd is here. The Shepherd's here, come on. All right, thank you, Catherine. You guys are great.
I'm so sorry. I thought I had time. Okay, good morning, everyone. I have some BCO awards. Band, chorus, and orchestra awards are awarded to 8th grade members that show care and pride for their instrument and voice, for their section, and for their ensemble. They must be proficient on their instrument, show leadership, and be role models for their peers. They must be reliable members of the musical team. For the band award, I must say that all my 8th graders, and I'm not a big philosophy of everybody wins, but all my 8th graders in band this year have been with me from the start. They've shown loyalty, growth, leadership to the younger players, grace, maturity, extra work ethic, flexibility, patience, and team spirit. You have been the heart and the driving force of this ensemble since the start. I am so grateful for all of you, and you are all worthy of the award. Ellie Schwartz, Calliope Frankel, Charlotte Volpone, Elijah Williams, Ellie Lee Manuel, Ingrid Felsch, Julia Cumming, Ken Hockey, and Sydney Williams. Would you all stand and be recognized? The chorus award goes to a member that has been a solid force, did some extra flute accompanying one of the years. The chorus award goes to Allie Schwartz. And also a driving force in the orchestra, has shown extra care and extra leadership to the younger players. The orchestra award goes to Francesca Liu. We're going to the art awards, and presenting for art will be Ms. Hillary Skelton.
So I am Hillary Skelton. I'm the language arts teacher, and so Ms. DiBiase, the creative arts teacher, thought I would be a suitable improvement to stand in her place. She's with her preschool class right now, so I'm going to be reading her awards. So, starting with Outstanding Improvement in Art, we have Nora Kaka, Alex Brown, and Angelina Leo. If you three could stand up. Next, we have Outstanding Effort in Art. And the following students are Emily Appleby, Julia Cumming, Ken Hockey, Abby Hedlund, Isaiah Jones, Rocco Contos, Frankie Liu, Ellie Lee Manuel, Sasha McCarty, Greg Salvucci, Elijah Williams, and Jay Williams. If you can stand, please. And last but not least, the students for Outstanding Achievement in Art are Martina Bordolato, Sarah Campanello, Owen Carr, Axel Carson, Ingrid Felsch, Calliope Frankel, Zach Gerhauser, Kelly Gill, Neva Menendar, Jane Miller, Ellie Schwartz, Val Smirnov, Madison St. Clair, Charlotte Volpone, Grayson Wells, Sydney Williams, and Yao Zhang. Can you please stand? Thank you. And now Ms. Taunton will present for academic achievement.
Good morning. Every year, we recognize students who have earned 3s and 4s across all academic disciplines. It's quite a task and quite an accomplishment to be able to do this over the course of an entire year. This year, extraordinarily, we have 8 students who have achieved all 3s and 4s on report cards over 5 academic areas. That includes a foreign language as well. If those students could please rise, we would like to recognize your accomplishments. Emily Appleby, Martina Bordolato, Owen Carr, Callie Gill, Rocco Contos, Jane Miller, Allie Schwartz, and Madison St. Clair. Thank you. Mr. Cullen?
It's a great job. I just wanted to point out, because I don't think we'll have time later on, but I know the students are aware of this, I'm not sure about the parents, but Ms. Susan Totten has been teaching at this school for 22 years, and she's retiring this year. After 40 years as a teacher, this is her last year teaching. She's retiring. To spend some time. She has been such a gift and asset to this school, and running, for the math program, as you may or may not know, is a very difficult place to work. It's very challenging in terms of dealing with the changes in curriculum, and there's just many aspects to it. So without a doubt, Sue Totten is deserving of our applause and our accolades. So thank you. So I'm just here to talk about the class gift. Every year, the 8th grade class does a few fundraisers, and as you may or may not know, they did a car wash, which was a huge success. How much money was raised? $2,000. $2,000? $2,300 over the course of, I think 6 hours or something throughout on a Saturday. Luckily, the weather was cooperative. And, I just want to point out especially that there's so many parents who have been huge in helping to organize not only the car wash, but also T-shirts. If you maybe, can someone just stand up and model, see so everyone had to stand up for her. Turn around so people can see that. By the way, designed by Sydney Williams, the T-shirt. So parents have done does a great job with organizing the t-shirts, car wash, the gathering after, the reception after the graduation tonight. So many different things. So I'm so thankful to the parents. I think maybe the students can give the parents a round of applause. So the class gift this year is a donation to the Legacy Fund. Legacy Fund is a fund that we have to make sure that all students are able to participate in class trips such as the DC trip, Sergeant Camp, and other trips like that. So for us to have, it's a $1,000 donation to the school's Legacy Fund. That money is earmarked only for class trips for 8th graders so that every 8th grader can participate, which is really a great thing. So thank you to the students and parents for the class gift of Legacy Fund. So to wrap things up, we have the final presentation is by a student, an 8th grader, to give a class address. This is by Jane Miller. So come on, Jane.
Okay, while I was planning the speech, my mom suggested reading Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. Initially, I was skeptical because I thought it was a children's book. What could I learn from Dr. Seuss? He wrote about a freakishly large cat that snuck into kids' houses and oddly colored foods. But after reading it, I realized it's simply about life. It's about winning, losing, changing, growing, and taking chances even when it's scary. Dr. Seuss used colorful illustrations and fun rhymes to portray the challenges of life. The following poem was inspired by this classic. Taking a Big Leap. Is this the beginning, or is it the end? I feel so confused, I cannot pretend. One part of me is happy to see some new places. One part of me is sad to leave these friendly faces. The school has been home, year after year, learning quadratic equations and kaibab deer. We had fun at Sergeant Camp with a camp guy named Larry. He told stories of seeing unicorns that I found kind of scary. Nikki and Guy taught us singing and dance, and at Plymouth Plantation, they made their own pants. The teachers and staff are the best, I must mention. Don't follow the rules and you'll get a detention. All these adventures are memories I'll keep, but when it's time to move on, you must take a big leap. So class of 2019, get ready to take a big leap. Thank you.
So before I forget, for all the students, teachers who have certificates or medals or different items, they're going to be in Ms. Reynolds' classroom. So when we leave here, if you can stop in there. There also are certificates from our state rep, Tom Stanley. So it's a very official looking document that you receive upon graduation from 8th grade. Looks cool. So you can pick that up in Ms. Reynolds' room as well. So we have Ms. Totten and Ms. Reynolds have been working diligently out in the lobby to arrange for some nice refreshments, cake, strawberry, water, coffee, etc. So if people can hang out and visit a little bit, that would be super. We'll be right out here until about 9:30 or so. All right, and we'll see everyone. Hopefully, we'll see everyone back here tonight. Thank you.